Did you know there's a specific week when heart attacks spike by 400%?
We're about to show you how to enjoy your holidays without becoming a statistic.
Today, we're diving into something crazy that nobody's even talking about.
More people are having heart attacks during this 1 week than any other time of the year.
And it's not just because of the cold weather.
All the ham and the pork and the chitlins.
Some doctors call it heart attack season.
When we at family dinners, that's what we do.
I didn't know I did that. but don't click away. We're not here to ruin your holiday vibe.
We did some digging, and what the doctor here found out will shock you.
Well, let's break it down for you real quick. First, yeah, we're inside and we are barely moving.
Yeah, that's no good.
Second, we're crushing those holiday treats.
A lot of people indulge extra right about now.
Just crushing them big time. Third, and this is the wild part, is that our bodies are dealing with more stress than we realize.
Gift buying, events to go to, food shopping, family planning, all this stuff.
But here's where it really gets interesting. It's that our bodies, your body, is smarter than you think.
Oh, yes. So the real game changer, not all holiday food is trying to take you out.
Yeah, we're going to share some simple diet tricks, and they are literally life-saving hacks. You know that you're the food queen when it comes to preparing for the holidays or every single day. What would you say that the first hack to be healthy?
I would say limit animal proteins. So all the meats and indulging in all the ham and the pork and the chitlins, whatever people eat. Limit that as much as possible.
That includes fish as well.
That includes fish as well, seafood. Limit that as much as possible.
So when you say limit that, let's be very prescriptive in a sense, like a doctor. So limit can mean if I have 10 servings, I can limit to 9. I'd be okay.
No.
But how many servings would you say, or how many dishes would you say, no, we should be limited to?
Honestly, 1.
Okay.
1 main animal protein on your plate.
Just 1.
Just 1.
So pick your favorite dish.
Yes.
What is the ham, the fish,
The turkey, the you said ham. I don't know. I don't eat meat, so I don't know what else is there anymore. It's been a long time. But whatever it is that you see on that table, choose the one that you love the most, and you can eat a little bit of that one.
And so we avoid the multiple meat options.
Correct.
At the same meal.
Correct. So if you're eating collard greens with meat in it and you go have, I don't know, a drumstick or chicken or some type of beef or whatever, or steak or whatever, that's a no-no. You shouldn't do that.
Yeah.
Right? So
That's
just
huge
be
because
mindful.
there's so many different correlations now and studies, and if you connect all the dots, that eating too much animal protein consistently over time leads to CVD or cardiovascular disease.
Yes, everybody, well, I would think everybody knows this. So
But you gotta have your meat protein. As a lot of people know, that's what they want to do and enjoy being. And when you enjoy a good turkey leg or chicken and ham, I'm gonna have multiple dishes. But what you're saying is limited to 1,
yes,
because that's a much healthier way to go.
yes. And don't let it be your entire plate. When you have maybe a small piece of lettuce and a small broccoli on there, right? It's supposed to be like a condiment. You have majority of vegetables on your plate or clean carbohydrates on your plate, and you have that small piece of meat on there. Does that make sense?
Yeah, so it's a part of the whole versus the whole.
Correct. Correct.
Yeah. Okay,
Correct.
got it. So now I know for many people, it's not just about the meat, though. It's also the other good, scrumptious things that
Yes.
people make.
Yes, the sides.
Yeah,
Yes, I used to be that. I'm here for the sides.
love the sides.
Yes, the stuffing, the mac and cheese, the collard greens,
Potato
the
salad.
potato salad, the whatever else people put on pastas, right? I've heard people do ziti at Christmas dinners and Thanksgiving dinners.
Yeah. Well, like one thing that when I was growing up that I loved was like your greens with all the ham or the bacon in it. I mean, so what would you do if you love greens, but you want the traditional greens because that's what my mama and my grandma made?
I would leave out the meat, honestly. I grew up eating it with meat, I believe. I'm trying to
Been that
remember.
long?
It's been that long. But when my mom started cooking it with meat, I never missed it. To be honest with you, I never missed it at all. And that's how I've been cooking it ever since I've been on my own.
Yeah. So you can still have it, just
Yes,
have that one main little meat and
yes,
maybe mix it in with it, perhaps on
correct,
the outside
correct.
on your plate.
And if you've been eating, you've been cleaning up your act for the last few weeks or few months, and your taste buds have changed, it will taste different to you.
Yeah.
You may not even like it.
Yeah. Yeah. Because it's not so much that this is just a great way to not overindulge and be
Correct.
smart about eating the healthy meals
Yes.
at
The holidays.
the holidays.
Yes.
Versus gorging in, which
Right.
I used to do, that many people do because, hey, it's the holidays.
Right.
Right. Well, what's some other things that for side dishes that people can think of or make that are more on the healthier side of things?
Fruit platters, a vegetable platter, a crudité, which everybody loves a nice vegetable, something crisp and crunchy, and with a nice hummus dip.
Oh, hummus, yeah.
Right. Legumes, a salad, roasted vegetables. Just don't roast it too dark. Those are great side options.
So make dishes out of more of the crave dishes out of those
Yes.
type of whole foods, if you will,
Yes.
vegetables.
Yes, and there are a plethora of recipes online that you can find for free, where most of the dishes are pretty accessible at your normal grocery store.
Yeah.
It's not these weird ingredients you have to go hunt and find. I stay away from dishes like that.
So, okay, so hold on here. Because one of the big things that I used to love, besides my greens, and was mac and cheese. So how you get around of not eating mac and cheese? You're telling me not to eat animal products, but yet when I think about the cheese, it comes from milk from the animal, and man, the good mac and cheese on.
I'm not a promoter of using processed plant-based alternatives, but because it's the holidays, I would say if you're having a hard time and you want that mac and cheese, I would suggest that you can use dairy-free cheese alternatives that you can find at the grocery store. Violife is an excellent product that you can use, especially at the holidays. And you can even use a chickpea pasta, which to me don't taste no different than regular pasta for the most part. And you use that with the Violife cheese, you can have yourself a really good mac and cheese dish.
Yeah, I mean, you're still gonna have the fats in there.
Yes.
Now, I don't think it's as much fat, but you stay away from all that animal protein, which
Right.
leads to the heart attacks on CBD.
Correct. Correct. And again, just because it's plant-based and you're using that plant-based cheese doesn't mean that you overindulge in that as well either.
Yeah, because plant-based or vegan cheese, just because anything vegan don't make it healthy.
Correct. But it's the holidays, so you trying to have some indulgence, but yet not go crazy.
Yeah, yeah, because one of the things, I mean, it seems like everything that's plant-based now or vegan, they try to greenwash and say it's healthy, but you think like
You look at the ingredients.
the lab burgers, I mean, they're so full of fats and just bad stuff in there, chemicals that
Yeah.
just make you even worse off. You're better not eating anything at all or going back
Correct.
to regular beef.
Correct.
Now, how about like making even like potato salad by using the vegan or the vegan or the plant-based like mayos?
Yes, I would suggest using the vegan. Veganese makes a good one. If you must use a mayo, there are some people make their own mayo. I haven't tried it yet.
Oh, wow.
But if you have the time, you could search it out and you can make it yourself, and it'll be so much healthier than even buying the store-bought veganese mayo.
Yeah, wow.
So that's a great alternative to regular mayo because of all the egg yolks and the fat that's in regular mayo. You don't want that.
You're right. Gotcha.
Does that make sense?
It makes complete sense, 100%. We're talking about we're not talking about avoiding because just to avoid. We're talking about health promoting, disease prevention type of diets during the holidays where you you can lose yourself and gain 15 pounds really quick
Oh,
if
yeah.
you don't think about it.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, and you make these small changes that will keep you somewhat on track, and you indulge in a little, but not going so far off.
Yeah,
Is that?
exactly.
So you're trying to find that happy medium, stay healthy, but be realistic about it.
So it's a smarter approach to eating during the holidays. Okay, great. But in order to get that food, you have to prepare the food. So what are some smarter preparation strategies when it comes to foods?
So I like to look online to find those recipes, and I would admonish you to try it before the holiday dinner, before you have to take that meal to someone else, because you want to be able to taste it and see that, oh my gosh, this tastes good. I'm willing to share it with other people. If you're just flying in the wind and you take it and you're saying, here, try this, and it doesn't taste good and it falls flat, nobody will want to eat healthy. They'll say, see, why should we eat healthy? It tastes nasty. Versus if you try it ahead of time and it's a success, then you say, yes, I can make this and take this
Yeah.
to my family or friends' dinner.
I know one thing that you always talk about is like you're in control of your food that way as
Yes.
well when you cook it yourself. That way you know kind of the fat you put into it,
Yes, the ingredients.
the ingredients where the carbohydrates are more starchy carbohydrates and not that refined processed sugars that you can get. Then you know what you're going to put in from the vegetables, from the vitamins, the minerals, the fibers, the different kind of proteins perhaps you would
Right.
want to use there, where it's bean based or even like tofu.
Right.
And also, I think a big thing that, man, gosh, that I learned during the holidays is just the amount of grease and
Oh,
oil that people
yes.
can put into food. You just don't know it's
Yes.
hidden. You can
Yes.
control that. You don't. In fact, I personally, you tell me what you say. Don't use grease or oil.
No.
Yeah.
No. If I use oil and it's sparingly, very little, I try my best to cook without it. But if I do have to use it, it's like very little. I do not like dishes that's oiled down. First of all, maybe it's vain of me. I just don't like the smell of it around me. But also, I don't like how it makes me feel after I'm done eating.
So let me just make sure I understand what you said there. So when it comes to a dish, you're not trying to make it appear or taste or look oily.
Correct.
But instead you use just enough oil for whatever purpose that serves, that's spread across a big portion. That
Correct.
way the ratio is smaller
Small.
versus larger.
Correct, correct. And that's on only certain particular dishes. It's not every dish or something I do all the time. Does that make sense?
Yeah, you're in much more control, essentially lowering the calorie density of that food because it's so dense with the oils.
Yes.
It's like 130 calories per tablespoon, I believe it is, for oils, which is
Correct.
crazy high.
It's crazy. You don't realize even plant-based dishes that uses oil, you're not helping yourself when you do that.
Yeah.
So
Oil is a silent killer there.
it is.
What are some other things smart you can do that can be done for preparation?
So if you're not a cook, or you don't like to cook, or you don't have time to cook, another option is to consider having it catered, some of the plant-based dishes catered.
That's good. That's a good one.
Yeah, there's plenty online services. If you're able to afford it and can plan in time, there's that option. Again, just make sure they're using clean ingredients.
Yeah, that's really, really good. But you would definitely want to try it beforehand
Yes,
and make sure it's all good.
Yes.
And availability.
correct.
Yeah, that's one good way.
Correct.
I mean, is there anything else that they could possibly do for preparing?
Yeah, partner with somebody in your family who's also health conscious, whether it's family members or friends or somebody who's interested in or who's thinking about it or who's on the same page as you. Just say, hey, if you bring the good salad and I'll bring the mac and cheese, the good one, at least you have a complete meal right there, right? Because there's strength in numbers, right?
Yeah.
So
That's true. Yeah.
If you and another family are eating very healthy amongst other family members who are not eating healthy, it will maybe encourage others around you to want to eat healthy, and then you'll have a healthy meal there.
They'll be intrigued.
They'll
Like,
be
oh, what's going on
intrigued,
over
yeah.
here? And all it does is
Let
take
me
us.
taste this.
Yeah, and all it takes is a simple, hey, to your sister, hey, this year, what do you think about, teaming up and make something a little bit more healthier? That way we can kind of stay on track and kind of keep on going what we've been trying to do.
Yeah, that's what
I
we
like
do
it.
when we at family dinners. That's what we do.
I didn't know I did that, but yeah, I like her too.
We as one.
We do it.
That's
Got
what we
it.
do.
Like, I
So
didn't know
much so, I remember last year, someone, a family, some family friend or someone at the dinner table made an interesting observation that they weren't as tired. They weren't tired after dinner. Remember that?
Oh,
The
yeah.
gentleman said, he was like, "Oh, I'm not tired. I don't feel like I have to take a nap."
And that's what food's supposed to do, is give you energy and not make you tired.
I mean, and he was engaging in tons of conversation and talking politics and just, having a good old time.
Yeah. Well, that's interesting. That's a good one there.
Yeah.
You just brought it up. So that's a good thing to prepare to eat, the things to eat, how to make food, etc. But you brought up politics. I mean, so I think one big one for me, because you asked me initially, is take a mindful approach and don't even engage in any kind of debates around politics or even diet.
Nothing. Yeah. Keep it nice. You're there for the holidays. Enjoy being with each other and reminisce about the good times. Talk about the future, what your plans are, what your vacation plan. There's so much other things to talk about.
Yeah, and talk about perhaps just the dish you brought and what you did to prepare it.
Yeah.
Build some intrigue into it. Get them on the road.
Yeah. Or, ask them, hey, what is there a dish that you think we could make healthy? And, how about we try this and give them ideas? Or not saying that you push your ideas onto them. That's not what you want to do. But just as a way to get a conversation going.
Yeah, because you got to have that conversation. You got that door open. You can't open the door for anybody to do it.
Yeah.
But keep it. Be mindful. And I think one of your big things too is being mindful that you love to go for walks.
Yes. After the dinner, I would say after dinner, try to get, one or two people with you and go for a walk, because once you get done eating, everybody's typical reaction is to go sit somewhere and not move because it's cold outside, it's getting dark. No. Before it happens, as soon as you get done eating, just excuse yourselves and just go for a nice walk. 10 minutes, come back and clean up and sit down and relax.
Yeah. Yep. And if you do it right, you won't get tired like the house guest from last year.
Yeah.
So perfect. So here's the deal. Like, you don't have to choose between good food
Yeah.
and good health. No, these tips that we just covered, they're not just theories.
Yeah. We've tested every single one of these at our own family gatherings.
Yeah. And guess what? I didn't even notice I did it, but no one even noticed the difference of the food that I brought.
They didn't. They didn't at all.
Yeah. Well, and if they do, I find that people do tend to go more towards the healthier options. Let me see what's going on here. And then they start liking, oh, that's good.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I agree.
It's so funny. So listen, if you found this helpful, you know what to do.
Watch more of our videos.
Yep, and just check about us in our description below.
Yeah. Yeah. So remember, stay on track this holiday season. Eat good, eat clean, drink your water, move your body, and enjoy your time with your friends and family.
Well said.
Well, until next time, be well.
All right, take care.